What's up everyone, and welcome to another video. In this video I am going to explain to you everything that you need to know before climbing Mount Agung in Bali, Indonesia. First of all, what is Mount Agung? Mount Agung is one of the most sacred Hindu temples located on the island of Bali, and this place is amazing to do a sunrise trekking all the way to the top. And the sunrise trekking is one of the most popular things to do as activities here in Bali. I think within my first 2 weeks I already did a sunrise trekking to the top of Mount Batur, and it is 100% worth it. But it is a long hike, there are so many questions involved around it, and in this video I am just going to explain everything that you need to know and that you can hike this mountain well prepared. First of all, where is Mount Agung? Mount Agung is located a 2-hour drive from Canggu and Seminyak, and it's about an hour drive from Ubud. The district where the volcano lies is called Kintamani district, and it sits at 5,600 feet above sea level, which is around 1,717 meters of altitude. The Mount Batur is an active volcano just like Mount Agung, but the last eruption of Mount Batur was in 2000, and you still see the white lava fields that was created by the eruption. You can also explore all these lava fields by foot, by jeeps, or by motorbike tour, which is definitely also a must visit, because every time when I hike the mountain and I come down, I'm thinking that I need to do it, although I never did it. But this is definitely also a good recommendation because the lava fields are huge and it's such a good playground to let your inner child out and to explore this area. I think the most asked question that I get is, which guide should I have to climb Mount Batur? And I have one really good recommendation. I used him I think already 2 times to climb Mount Batur, and he is the absolute best. His name is Jack, and I'm gonna put his phone number in the description down below, and you just have to send him a message through WhatsApp and he's gonna help you with everything. He sings all the way to the top, which I actually love. He always brings a guitar, so he takes care of music while you are climbing the volcano. So that is step number 1, to get a good guide, and you can find it in the description down below. Then we have hike distance and duration. What you really need to know is that there are different kind of routes going up Mount Batur, and you can choose the easy route or the difficult route. The last time that I did it, we chose the difficult route, and this is around 11 kilometers and it takes you 2.5 hours. And I do have to say, this was for me pretty intense. I was very sweaty, it was definitely worth it, but the trek was really difficult. If you choose the short route, which is 7 kilometers, it will take you between 45 minutes and an hour, which is definitely a huge difference between the longer route. So you can definitely choose which one is better for you if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, or if you want to take the easier one. This you can discuss with your guide, and he can just make sure you start at the right point. Then how difficult is it and how steep is the incline? The Mount Batur hike is done by many people, young and old. However, you do have to conquer incline and many uneven steps. The longer route has about 700 meters of incline over 11 kilometers of hiking. The shorter version has 500 meters of incline over 7 kilometers of hiking. I would say the Mount Batur hike is pretty okay if you choose the easy one. This is definitely doable. If you choose the more difficult one, this is definitely more advanced, so you need to make sure you're in good condition and you don't have any health problems, because when I was hiking up the mountain I was struggling. So if you want to challenge yourself, you can do that, but I would more recommend to do the easier route just for your own pleasure. So it all comes down to your fitness level and how much you want to challenge yourself. Then what do you guys need to bring to a sunrise hike to Mount Batur? First of all, obviously I would say bring enough water. 1.5 liters is definitely enough for your hike. Then it is really important to bring extra clothes, because as I said, you're gonna sweat a lot, and if you go to the top at Mount Batur, it is insanely windy there. So if you are dripping in sweat and you're standing in the wind, that's not nice. So make sure to bring extra extra pair of clothes. And if you are hiking the mountain, it is very, very cold at night, so make sure to wear long pants, wear hiking shoes that have good grip because it can be very slippery, wear good hiking socks, as I said, long pants, and then make sure to have a t-shirt and either a sweater or a windbreaking jacket. And then if you are on top of the mountain, you can change clothes again so you're not dripping in sweat and standing in the wind. And then if you hike down, it is actually sunny, it's not that cold anymore, so then you could even wear short pants. So just make sure to bring a little bit of something. Then also make sure to bring a rain jacket because it can start raining out of nowhere and then it can be insanely cold. Then also bring a headlamp because you hike in the dark. You'll probably get picked up around 1 a.m. and then you hike in the dark to the top of the volcano so you don't see anything. Then I would say bring 1 or 2 energy snacks if you want to have a little break. You have something to snack on to give your body a little bit of fuel. And most important thing for me is either bring your camera, bring your drone, or just your phone. But make sure to make memories alongside the way because this trek is insane. It is so beautiful, and like I said, it's one of the best things to do in Bali, Indonesia, because it is just so special. And the sunrise, if you are lucky, I have been lucky 2 times, but then the sunrise is absolutely amazing and you will be treated to one of the most spectacular views Bali has to offer. And then to give you guys a good idea of how the trekking looks like, I have my itinerary here that I did a few weeks ago. My guide sent it to me, and because I live in Canggu, we get picked up from Canggu. So if you have a guide, they always arrange a car and they will pick you up wherever you are, and then they'll bring you to the start of the trek, so you don't have to worry about transport yourself. So we got picked up at 12:30 a.m., which is really early. We got picked up in Canggu. Then we arrived at the starting point at between 2:30 and 2:45 a.m. So it's around a 2-hour drive. Luckily we could sleep in the car, which was good. And then we started to hike 3 a.m. for our adventurous hike up. We had the long route, so it took us 2.5 hours. So we arrived at 5:30 a.m. at the top of the volcano, and we were definitely one of the first people. But this is so worth it because you will have the view just for yourself, and that is what you want. Then after watching an amazing sunset, you will hike down a little bit more, and it is light now, so you can actually see the surrounding area of Mount Batur, which is impressive. And then Jack, the guy that I recommended, he will take you to the natural kitchen where he cooked an amazing breakfast for you, and then you can have breakfast and just enjoy the views, and he will sing some music for you, which is just a magical experience because you are tired from hiking the whole night and you have some good food and amazing views. So this is definitely also a highlight of the trip. And then once everyone is full and everyone has eaten enough, you hike down and you can experience some more really beautiful views. I think mostly around 9 a.m. you will be done with the hike and you will be down again at the start of the trekking, and then you can choose whatever you want to do. I recommend to do 2 things after climbing Mount Batur. You can choose which one you like. Number 1 is to go to the Kintamani cafes. They have an amazing view at Mount Batur from another perspective, and this is definitely so worth it. And they have really good coffee. And the second option that you can go is to the hot lava springs. So if you do this, make sure to bring your bikini because there are lots of hot springs located near Mount Batur, and this is definitely a very good way to treat your body after climbing an active volcano. So you can choose between the 2 of them, and you can let Jack know what you want to do, and then he can take you there. And then most of the time you will be back around Canggu between 2 or 3 p.m. just so you know, if you do the night hike the day after, you'll probably be really tired, and I wouldn't plan anything if I were you guys. Then it's for me really difficult to say the prices because it really depends on what kind of hike you want. If you want to do the easy hike, if you want to do the longer hike, it also depends on how many people you are with. But what I know is that prices start between 200 and 250k, which is between 12 and 15 euros. That's where it starts with, but it always can go up, and it always can, I think it can go down as well, because it really depends on with how many people you are hiking the mountain. So just make sure to send Jack a message and ask him for the prices, but then you have a little bit of a price estimation. So this was everything that you need to know before climbing the active volcano Mount Batur. I really hope you found this video informative and that you learned something from it. If you have any other questions, please put them down in the comments below and I'll try to answer them. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in my next adventure.